Welcome back, Ghosties. It's episode 19 of Ghosties on Second, and here we are to debrief episodes 460 and 461. Yeah, speaking of debriefing, Cory.
Boxers or briefs?
Yeah, boxers or briefs. I'm more of a boxer brief guy myself.
Yeah.
A little hybrid. It's nice. Yep. Today in the group chat, Cory for Ghosty Getaway, Cory, somebody was like, I can't wait to watch Caleb on Ghosties on Second debriefing the episodes that he was on.
I think Alvaro said that.
Debriefing.
Yeah,
it was just like debriefception or something.
Yeah.
And Cory was like, yeah, I can't wait to watch Caleb debrief himself.
Yeah. I had like subtle moments. There's more than one moment where you're saying about like watermelon, and I was like, this guy loves watermelon.
By the way, okay. And I know I totally threw Jake a curveball.
I love that.
And I
so
didn't
much.
mean to. I just like Brad is like setting the whole thing up, and I'm trying to focus on like which camera is going to go where, and like trying to also be like listening to what he's saying. It just, there's a lot going on. Like,
Yeah.
and there's also the nervous energy. And I was also trying to remember, like, is it that song or is it this other song? Is that,
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking
The
of like
bullfrog thing,
the
or
green
what?
grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around.
It's funny because as soon as you mentioned, you were like you were trying to hum it. I was like, it's not it.
Yeah.
That's not it.
Yeah.
He said something about bullfrog or whatever.
I don't know where I get the bullfrog
Brad's
from.
like, that sounds like a cool song.
Actually, you know where I get the bullfrog from? I think in Monday's episode,
Yeah.
at some point Jake mentions a bullfrog. Do you remember when that happened? I was listening to
No.
it and I was like, that's where the bullfrog came into my mind.
I was going to say, even when you came home and you were like singing the song and we were all joking around, just like adding in our own words, but still Caleb keeps coming up with like 3-syllable words. And I'm like, just say a 1-syllable word. Just like, how hard is it to be like,
Do you remember what I said last
book?
night?
Have you ever seen a book? Or have you ever seen even a 2-syllable word? Have you ever seen a paddle? You know? On a
know
horse
what it is.
saddle, and it was just like cracking me up that I'm like, I think you still don't get it.
I started listening to, and we're talking about, this is Wednesday's episode, but I started listening to that by myself because Kedra and I, when we were driving back from family vacation, we were listening to 460 together, and I started listening to 461 myself, and then I was like, I gotta save it. Kedra's gotta listen to this too because I was like, "You're gonna love this, Caleb." And she's like, "I was like, so do you think Caleb says like an easy to rhyme word?" Or she's like, "I already know the answer because you're asking me this." She was cracking up. It was very funny.
sorry.
It wasn't. I really think like genuinely too. Like you could tell that like you maybe like a lot going on. Weren't really exactly sure.
Yeah.
So
More
but
than
you did
anything,
good when you were receiving. So
Which was so fun.
yeah.
Yes. It's true. The moment when everything flipped around and he was like trying to trip me up because I
Yeah.
accidentally tripped him up.
Yeah. Brad's like, get him.
And he throws orange and I have door hinge, and then he throws stadium and I had
yeah.
uranium.
Yeah. That was
And-
good. He
But
was like, dang it.
that was kind of like, that's what it felt like. You know, you and I went and played pickleball together a few weeks ago.
Yep.
Did like a beginner session. And then while you guys were on vacation, Shelby and I went and did a beginner session. And that second time when there was more people there and we're playing it, and I was like, dinking back and forth, and it felt like we had some back and forth going.
Yeah.
And then when that day was over, I was like, oh man, I want to do that some more. And so now, since I ended on like a strong note with uranium, I'm feeling like, let's do some more. Let's do some more of these. And then last night at home with the kids and Shelby and stuff, like Shelby said, like I'm trying to like set them up, and I'm like still using 3-syllable words with the kids. It's just like, I haven't learned my lesson.
I was gonna say though, I think that's more fun for everyone else. I think you've always been pretty good at laughing at yourself. So that was a good.
Yeah.
I did encourage Caleb before he went on the pod. I was like, you just be you and don't overthink it, because the flubs are part of the fun too.
Yeah.
I'm very flubby.
That's what I always tell him. You're my flubby man. Yeah.
Roll the music.
Ghosties on Second.
And we're back. Okay, so elephant in the room. No, it's not even an elephant in the room.
Yeah.
I was on the
Speaking of
podcast this
flub,
week.
I'm just kidding.
It was such an exciting time. It was less than 24 hours in Kansas City. I flew in on a Monday night, got there at like 8:30. and then I was gone by like 5:30 the next day. It was kind of just in and out, but it was so wonderful. And just like a little summary, which I think it's been sprinkled in already to the pod episodes. The first night that we got there, Brad picks me up from the airport. We stopped by Andy's, grabbed some ice cream, head back, and just like hang out and have a conversation on the back porch with Catherine for a couple hours. And it was just really nice, like seeing them together and like kind of seeing like their chemistry and sharing about homeschooling. We were like sharing stories about missions and just really cool things. So that was a nice time. And then the next morning we got to breakfast. Jake and Brad take me to McLean's. I had this delicious like pepper jack chicken burrito or something. It was so
What
good.
is it? McLean's is like, what's a comparison to it? Because you mentioned on with Hannah Warner as well just now. I know they talk about it, but like what's the comparison?
Okay, sloppy comparison, Panera.
Oh, okay.
Like, but that's sloppy. That's like
hospital
just
food.
imagine like that, it's got like sandwiches and things like that, but it's a coffee, like it's like a coffee shop, coffee and sandwiches.
Okay,
and
pastries,
smoothies, oh yeah, dude. They were actually like telling me I should get like this, like I think it was called like a butter cake or a butter bun or something. I didn't end up doing it because I didn't want to have too many carbs and like feel all tired.
I love anything with the word butter in it.
Yeah.
I put butter in my coffee.
Yeah.
But I did end up
put that on everything.
I did end up having, like I mentioned, like 1 1/4 of lattes. So I had that market latte, which was good. And then I wanted to end on the lavender latte because Scott was like talking it up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, my heart was racing.
Is it good or no?
Yeah, it was good.
Lavender one?
Yeah, it was. It
I
wasn't
don't
too
think I
sweet or
like
anything.
lavender that like enough to want to taste it.
I think you'd like it actually.
I
Guess we'll see.
Only one way to find out.
I think it really is one of those things that like you love it or you hate it because I've heard people say it tastes like death.
Cilantro.
It tastes like death.
Yeah,
Tastes like
which
death.
I get.
Experienced
It
that
has
before,
like
so
an
I would know.
odd like the like flowery type flavors.
Wow.
That people are like, ew, that's really disgusting. I like that kind of thing personally.
Do you like when people? I know we're on a tangent already, but like when they're like, "Oh, a blueberry flavored coffee." I think we've talked about this before.
I do not like flavored coffee, but I do like. I don't know exactly what the difference is, but bitters like Casbah Cafe. There's a little place that's like right behind this hotel that, for those who don't live here and know that, they do like a rose latte and they do an orange latte, and it's like bitters. It's not sweet at all. So some people hate their coffee drinks just because like they're not sweet enough or whatever. And I'm like, I love that kind of stuff. But it's different than like flavored coffee where I can tell that it's like an artificially flavored coffee. I'm not into that.
Yeah. It's an interesting take. I don't think I've ever tried anything like that, what you're explaining about from, what is it called?
Love Casbah.
Casbah. Okay. I didn't want to say it wrong.
It's so good. And I love the orange latte. But if you're looking for something sweet, it's not at all.
I'm not a big, I usually drink my coffee black for the most part. But then if I have a little bit of creamer, it's just a tiny bit of creamer, never sugar. Just there's a little bit of sugar in the creamer already anyway. So.
Yeah. I don't like the sweet. They do have sweet ones too. Like sorry, I know.
Yeah.
You're good.
Off topic.
Sponsored.
But I know. But they have what's the one that they have the
Orange.
No, the
Rose?
the chocolate Nutella. They have a Nutella latte as well. So that one is sweet.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, McLean's is like small town, kind of cool mom and pop kind of vibes, which I guess they've opened up another
thing.
one.
Yeah.
But it's like we pull up and half of the building on the outside looks like a mechanic shop. Like it has like the name of a mechanic shop or something and like something tires. And I was just thinking as we're pulling up, I wasn't thinking. I said to Brad, I was like, oh, this is cool. There's like a auto place right next door to it. And he's like, no, that's just like it used to be that. And they bought it and they like totally renovated it out and changed it into this restaurant.
Like Luke's Diner.
Yeah, like Luke's Diner. Yeah, exactly.
It's like a hardware store. Yeah.
So it was just funny because like we're pulling up, I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. And it's like, actually, it's not. Like they got me. So, but it was a good time at breakfast. We hung out and like we just had a completely different conversation. So that was, we had talked about like lots of different things, movies. Somehow we were talking about the movie 21. And we had also mentioned like High School Musical and Zac Efron at some point. And then on my flight home, I took a picture of it. I'll put it on the screen here. on the flight home, it was a Zac Efron movie right next to the movie 21. And I was just like, what are the odds?
Yeah. It's listening to you. It's marketing to you. No. Yeah.
Like right on the back of the headrest of the airplane. So anyway, we pod, and what was really cool was like walking up Jake's driveway, and that scene where they film movie cliches, where my favorite scene from it, where Brad and Rachel are like looking back and forth, and it's like that movie cliche of like, I'll see you around or whatever. Like right where they film that, like that's what you're like walking through. So it was kind of like we just talked about, like when you're in New York City and you see like the movie sets and stuff. It was just like you're stepping into the world. It's like, wow, all these hilarious videos that have made our family laugh for years. Yeah. Like they were right here. Yeah. Like we're on set. Yeah. So going to the house, and then it was just like, there's the room. Like I didn't really know what it was going to be like, but then once you see it, you immediately recognize the house from different videos. Like the really funny Friday pickleball video where Jake and Rachel, like Rachel's on the couch and Jake walks in from playing pickleball. Have you seen this one where
I'm not sure?
She's like, it's like the perfect pickleball wife.
You wish your wife would say.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, you got paired up with the really young, cute one again? Oh, that's awesome. I love when that happens. And he's like, yeah, I'm getting kind of tired. She's like, if you really love this family, you'd go back out into the garage and practice some more, like, I don't know. I forget
Dinks
exactly.
Or something.
You quit your job and
and she like hands him like a wad of cash. She's like, here, go buy yourself some more paddles. Or, I don't know. But like you see that moment, it's like, oh, it's like it was in their living room.
Yeah, but here,
yeah. So it was just fun. Like that aspect of it was really fun. But then you like walk in, and then there's the studio. It's just like a spare bedroom, like converted into their studio. And then we got to podding, and they were so cool. Very kind, very patient with me. Obviously, as everyone saw, I had some flubs and whatnot. But it was cool. After we finished the first episode, I was like, I wanted to talk like 15% less than I actually said. And they're like, no, dude, what the heck? You flew all the way here. Like, you're here. Just enjoy it. Like, be yourself. Add whenever you want to. So they're just kind of like making me feel at home, putting me at ease and stuff like that.
So between the episodes, like everyone just does a quick wardrobe change because you're recording it all at once.
Yeah.
I thought about this like recently because I feel like only recently did I notice that like they are changing, and I'm like, there's like logistically, I mean, they live close, so it would be okay to record twice, but like, why not just do it together?
But, So like how the sausage is made. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. And it's so simple, and I'm not the first one to say it, but it's just like, they record the episode, and then after they're done recording, then they do the ad reads, and then change or whatever, and then they record the second episode, and then do the ad reads again, and then
that's it.
Everything's done.
And then don't talk again until next week.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
There was a moment before we left, though, before I left for the trip, where I was packing, and Justice was like, hey, don't forget to pack an extra shirt for when you have to change between episodes.
Yeah.
And I hadn't even thought about it. And I was really glad that he said something, because I was like, packing super light. I was there for one night. So
you would have had to borrow something from Jake, and it would have been like
or something from Brad, you know. You're funny.
I'm just kidding, because you're at Jake's house.
Yes, you're right. I'm like, hey guys. Shoot.
This is my Friday shirt.
I gotta say, Jake had like this reverse osmosis water thing that would like
you mentioned that earlier, and I was so curious because I'm like, I hate our water situation.
No, it was really.
Sorry, go ahead,
it was good. It was nice, and it was nice water. But Oldsmar, they have their own reverse osmosis plant. So the city of Oldsmar tap water is already reverse osmosis, which is pretty cool. I mentioned that to him.
Well, what you said something about? Didn't you say you were like at Chick-fil-A when Brad had his osmosis thing? Is it a thing he takes?
No,
you didn't say that.
No.
Why did I think that you said that?
I don't know.
I was like, okay, so it's a situation at his house. It's not something that is transportable. I don't know where my wires got crossed, because I was like, wait, what? He brings this thing with him? However, I messed that up in my brain.
And very real bougie.
It was fun because like when we walked in, Jake was working on some like voiceover stuff for Friday, and like he had his microphone set up, and he's just doing whatever, and like we're just getting ready, and then all of a sudden he like does a take, and he's like, this week, see Scott and Isaac, or whatever he's saying. And it was just really it was fun just being a part of the whole thing was just really fun. Yeah. I could just,
awesome.
I know I'm talking a lot, but
it's good.
Afterwards, we got Chick-fil-A for lunch, hung out and talked some more. It was just really cool hearing them like tell stories and stuff. And then Jake took me to the airport. We went back to his house for like an hour. Took me to the airport. We had a really cool conversation in the car about like faith and stuff. Like it was just cool. It was just two dudes having a conversation. And that's what I was a little bit nervous about, is like, what am I going to say? Like, am I going to run into things? Am I going to be like, I didn't want to come across as like, I'm like fawning over these guys, because I don't do that anyway. Like, I think they're really cool, but they're not like, in my mind, they're not like, nobody should be like that, like celebrity kind of thing in your mind. But it's like, it's not like the Jonas Brothers, you know what I'm saying? Where I'd be like, oh, sorry, I'm in your way. It wasn't like that. It was like just bros, you know?
Yeah.
Bros getting to know each other and stuff. So
it's cool.
Anyway.
I'll just share that it was like really fun watching it as a family. We had listened to the first episode while Caleb was at work, me and the kids.
Yeah.
And then the second one, he was like, we started watching it and Caleb was like, hey, wait, let's watch the rest of it as a family. And then we did that. And
That's cool.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
We just all laughed together and enjoyed.
Whenever I'd mention Justice's name in the pod, I'd like, he was sitting next to me on the couch. So I'd just like put my little fist out to like fist bump him.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you fist bumping me for?
I'm too cool, man.
Dude, I like your shout out, man. It was pretty
I was like, I was thinking, I said to Kedra, because we were literally pulling up like in Trinity, on Trinity Boulevard, like pulling up to our neighborhood when it was like the song, you were singing the jingle, and my name came up a bunch of times, and then like about Nick or whatever, and we were just cracking up. It was funny.
Oh, big shout out to Maddie Dieterle for writing that jingle.
Oh, yes. It was amazing.
So Maddie was like one of the only people who knew about this. Like, this was in the pipe for like a month. We had like about a month's notice. And at a certain point, I told Maddie and Nathan Coley about it. And Maddie started writing a jingle, which was like, I'm so glad that I told her about it, because having that jingle, she wrote two jingles. She wrote that one, and then I was thinking like, it's like totally about Ghosties on Second, so maybe I wouldn't want to sing that on the pod. And originally, I think we were trying to find something for like Jay, or for Brad and I to do together.
Yeah.
And then it was going to be The Boys Are Back from High School Musical.
Yeah.
But that just wasn't my song, and like I don't really know that song well enough. And also the words that she wrote for it were like very much Jake, Brad, Timon. Like I just didn't feel. So it was funny. Like I felt like it wasn't Ghostrunners enough for the pod, and then the other one I thought was like two Ghostrunners for me to sing.
Yeah. It was nice that Brad was just like,
when
just do it, man.
When he gave that kind of like green light, it was just like, all right, let's just do it. It's fun. Who cares?
Yeah.
It was like the pressure was off.
Yeah.
Like, let's just have fun. And then it was a little embarrassing when I was like, maybe we could do this track. I have the Bluetooth set up. And
I think he was mostly saying that to tease you, though. He was just being funny.
He was teasing him.
Totally.
For sure.
Yeah. So then we did it, and you know what? It actually went way better than I thought it was going to go.
Oh yeah, I think it did a great job.
I thought it was a little bit higher than it actually was. So like I was worried about like my voice like being really high the whole time, but it just ended up being fun. It was just a good time, and their reaction again, they're just so good at being encouraging and like you know.
But they'll jab a little bit here 100%, which play fun. But that's part of that's part of the fun. Yeah.
Caleb is good at. I've said it already in this podcast a few times, but like Caleb's really good at receiving jabs. I think I don't know any. I always will say this. Like, I don't know anyone who enjoys being made fun of as much as Caleb. Like in certain situations, it's like
depending maybe if it's mean spirited, that's one thing.
I think you don't know when it's mean spirited, because there have been instances before
I was
I'm
bullied
like,
as a kid.
I think that those people don't. But this is what I always say too: is like Caleb was in like the circle of the meanest people ever, and he ended up winning everyone over and being friends with all of them. So it's like I don't know. I think you. After you got good at laughing at yourself, like you became unbullyable. Yeah. So
interesting.
That's my perspective on it. I know you don't.
Yeah.
This is an outsider's perspective. Like I always feel like that is the case.
Well, I shared things that I didn't think I was going to share. Like, how in the world did the story about me wearing the Emmitt Smith jersey for like a part of my my teenage years and like or my young whatever
elementary school? Yeah,
it was 6th and 7th grade is when it really was.
Oh, really? Okay.
And like I remember I was going to public school in 7th grade, and that's where I was wearing that jersey all the time. And I was trying to find like a good picture. I can try to find a good picture. If I can find one, I'll put it up here, but of like me in the jersey. And it's just so funny because it's just, man, like the level of insecurity, the level of like self-consciousness to really believe that one article of clothing was going to make you not the fat kid anymore or something like, it just makes me, you know, like I really want to.
You're telling the story and Kate was in the car, like after you kind of finished, she's like, that was actually really sad. because it kind of was. And it was. Because I think I said to, and like, I'm sure your parents listen, so not knocking them, whatever, like we all make choices, whatever, but I was like, I think if Levi started doing that, I was like, there's no way I'm letting him walk out of the door that many days with, but you know.
And you know what? I was also thinking it couldn't have been it wasn't 7 days a week.
Yeah.
But it was probably 4 days a week. Because I had to, you know, at church, I wasn't allowed to wear it. And
You're saying all of school days, basically.
Yeah. I had a couple of other t-shirts that I thought were like good at hiding it, or something. Like I remember I had this one shirt. It was like of like a guitar neck and like hands on a guitar neck, and it had like a Bible verse around it. And I thought that it was like busy enough to like make me appear slimmer. Oh gosh, it sounds embarrassing even talking about it, but hey, you know, I've processed it. I'm not ashamed of it or anything. Yeah, it was just a part of something that I went through.
It's the past.
Yeah. Now I have a whole nother set of insecurities. So.
Well, all you needed was a hot girlfriend, and then you knew.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, just kidding. I got married to Shelby. That was freaking.
At least you're not like looking for like where's AI. So
yeah. Sorry, we'll get into the episodes. I do want to say big shout out to Nathan Cully. I thought number one, I thought that the he always does a great job with thumbnails, but the thumbnails on these were great. Like I even texted him and I was like, dude. The fact that you got me like holding up 2 fingers like to represent Ghosties on Second, like that was so crazy. And then he was like, "Oh, I didn't even mean to do that."
Yeah. That's
which was hilarious.
That was really funny.
But also he did a wonderful job with the second episode or Wednesday's episode.
Oh yeah,
where he edited in all those clips.
Oh yeah,
and I remember as we were leaving like the recording session, Jake just kind of casually mentioned that like, oh man, I wonder if Nathan could like put some clips in there. And so it all worked out. And and he did it so well. Like I loved how it had like what's that effect? Like the TV, like
static?
Yeah, staticky effect, like going in and out and how he'd pull up
like kind of highlights.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just really fun. And then also
the Buick commercial was in there.
Yeah, they threw the Buick commercial. But even the thumbnail for that episode was really cool, having the different thumbnails within the thumbnail. And so great job, Nathan. You did great. So it feels weird like debriefing something that I was a part of. So Cory, how about you take us on this journey?
Okay. I will take the reins. So I think there are mentions about a humility show maybe for the Gulf Shores trip instead of a talent show. I was trying to think so hard. Show. Yeah. I was trying to think so hard about like what I would like say is my reverse talent or like humility show. And I think someone mentioned it. I don't know if it was in one of the Gulf Shores chats that we're in, like session 1 or 2, or if it was in Facebook or something. But someone mentioned like they hate to admit that they can't really like float on their back, like you just can't do it. And I was like, I think I can kind of relate to that. Like I've never been able to like really, I guess, let fully loose enough to like float. Like my legs just kind of like sag, whatever. So
like you just hold your breath and
no. I'm saying you're floating on your back. You don't want to hold your breath. You want to breathe. Like float. Like
to float, you have to be holding your breath. I thought.
No. I don't think so. Otherwise,
if you exhale,
people will relax while they're laying on their back in the pool on nothing.
On nothing. They're floating at the top of the water.
Yep.
Fully laid out.
Yeah.
And they can be breathing in and out.
This is what Isley just had to be doing in swim lessons.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know if she ever fully got it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Levi. I don't know because I don't like.
Do I even know how to swim?
I don't actually do this.
And that's different.
I thought you had to be like holding your breath to like create the buoyancy. Maybe it's because I'm so heavy.
No,
I think there's something about. I think there's something about.
Let me go get the jersey out of the closet.
I think there's something about like relaxing like your body, but at the same time, I feel like you gotta kind of like flex your glutes or something to like get your lower half to kind of
Gluteus maximus.
like pop up, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what? You're going to have to
works
show
for
me
me.
in the pool, like Gulf Shores.
Yes. Like, everybody gather around. This is my reverse talent.
I love the humility show idea, but like I am not good at laughing at myself, and I want to be. That's a skill that I need to hone, but like I'm too scared to even think about. Like I'm too ashamed of all of my imperfections and failures. If I'm bad at something, I do not want to do it in front of people. So it probably means I need to. That's
Well, actually, like when Jake threw it to me right away, and I just wasn't prepared. So I was like, I said no.
Pretty good at everything.
Yeah, and I joked about
I'm
that.
amazing at all things.
But I was just like, no, obviously there's got to be plenty of things that I'm bad at that I just can't think of right now.
Yeah.
But something that I did think of later was breakdancing.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
When I was in like 6th grade, I remember like just kind of being introduced into like the hip hop scene of things, so, like listening to some Christian
It's cool
rap.
to think you could.
Yeah, and then actually like trying to learn some a little bit in high school back when we had like
Nathan
youth group
or
dance
whatever.
days, and like kind of getting the beginnings of some of the, and then it just didn't work out.
Oh, I've got one. I mean, I wouldn't be able to use it for a show unless I brought everyone out into the parking lot. I cannot park like worth a crap.
Just in a space.
I am terrible at any kind of straight
You guys
line.
keep talking.
Anything.
I'm gonna fix the light real quick.
Okay. I mean, like I can't draw a straight line. I can't cut a straight line. I cannot park in a straight line. So when there's a tight space, I get like anxiety, and especially if there are people there watching me, I'm like,
oh yeah.
So like we're parking the other day at lunch, and like I just was at a weird angle, but there were people sitting in the car next to us, and I'm like hyperventiliting, like, Caleb, I need you to switch with me. Like you have to, he had to like repark because I was just having like anxiety. Of course, I learned how to drive mostly from my grandma Barbara, who we had, we just had to like ask her nicely to give up her license recently. So anyway, that's my driving teacher.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
I'm just not great at it. I'm careful though.
Yeah.
For the most
a
part.
trick.
I don't know how I didn't remember that.
A trick for parking in spaces, the easier way to do it, which may seem counterintuitive to a lot of people, is just back in. I know, like, you're not, like, you can,
I'm worse
with
at
front
backing.
wheel drive, especially if you have a camera. I don't know if you have a camera.
Oh, yeah, you back
Yeah.
into places all the time.
Yeah, but I get turned
It's
around.
so easy to get out, too. Like
I get turned around looking at things that way.
Oh,
that's
just-
my thing. It's like I start getting like, when I'm doing something by feel, I can actually like do a pretty good job of like backing out of a parking lot, and it'll be like amazing, like perfectly in line, like I do it.
Sure.
But when I'm overthinking it, I start to switch everything in my mind. And that's what I was doing the other day. It was like just the anxiety of people sitting there watching me made me like, I don't know which way to turn the wheel to get it to go out. Like I just froze up.
Is there a trailer on this thing? What are we doing?
I know, like all of a sudden I am like embarrassingly horrible. Like I swear I have my license and I have no points on my record or anything.
Hey.
Yeah.
There we go. There's my humility.
Take it. I'm just kidding.
I love that intro, the hey intro.
That was great.
And I remember just like sitting there, just taking it in, just think like right when they began, just thinking like, here we go.
That was
like,
the
this
first
is so
few
great.
minutes. It was very clear that you were the producer to me because I
I'm
know you
laughing.
laugh. Yeah, it was just like, oh, I hear Caleb already.
Yeah,
There's one of the ad reads,
And then they're like, we're about to introduce our producer. And I'm like, you don't have to do it. I got it.
During
knew
one of
he
the
was
ad
gonna be there.
reads, like Jake even stops at a certain point, and he's like, "Why is Caleb laughing so
Oh
hard?"
yeah,
over
he
there?"
did say that.
And because like I was laughing so hard and like really trying
You
to
were
be
trying
quiet.
to get away from the
Yeah.
You could tell.
And but at some point towards the end of the second episode, I think I was just laughing, just letting it loose.
Yeah, you were cracking up.
Like-
Yeah, but it was good.
I feel like that's only got to be encouraging to the people that are trying to make people laugh.
Oh my gosh,
you know,
I love
right?
laughing. Just like we just had our interview with Hannah Warner, our Hanging with Hannah episode. It'll be out on Saturday, and she was talking about just like how healing it is, comedy, laughter.
Yeah.
Like it's just so good, and I love laughing. Like when Shelby's Uncle Brad and Brett, when they get me going, especially Uncle Brett, he'll get me like rolling, and then once he can hear when he's got me, like with my laugh will hit that like I can't catch a breath.
Yeah, that's
And
like a
he'll-
drug for him.
and then he'll
He's-
keep going with it. And like, I love those moments where somebody gets you going.
can't breathe. Yeah.
Yep. That's great.
Okay, and then Brad was talking about maybe hindsight should have planned for someone helping him to drive to Gulf Shores. I think he said 15-hour drive, but then the conversation evolved to like, is that with traffic? Is that without traffic? I think
Or like started at 13.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
oh yes,
any
yeah,
minute
you're right. It's
past
13.
13 starts to feel like, oh,
Yes,
agony.
you're right. Yeah. I think he introduced the 13 hours maybe the previous week or something. But yeah, so I was just gonna say, like, relatable to this is in our Gulf Shores chat, Lisa Gluck, like today, and we talked about it with Hannah as well, so I'll try to be brief, but she put like a over under, will her and her family get to where they're going? It's like a 3 hour and 15-minute drive. It's 4 hours. Like, will they get there over or under? And I was like, she's bringing this up. It's got to be like, it's going to take them longer. And I think someone was trying to ask questions about it. And
Get some context.
get some context. And then she did say we are eating an early lunch, and I was like, they're drinking a bunch for sure. So, and then she's talking about how her dad drank like 3 cups of coffee or something. It's like, yeah, for sure, yeah, you're going over. I was like, nailed it.
Dang. And then you know what? Like, I could just imagine how frustrated I'd be. A 3-hour drive that turns into a 4-hour plus drive. Because like a 3-hour drive, we're not stopping. Like, we're going.
Like, to tell a story on you a little bit, I feel like I always try to like pack lots of snacks and even like a little bit of lunchy type food. And Caleb is like, I do that so that we don't really have to like stop and get things. But I've learned, Caleb's going to be like, oh, every time we stop, I'm going to go in, I'm going to see what kind of snacks they have, what kind of drinks they have.
gas
Like,
station.
oh, that looks fun. Let's do a little bit of that. Because back to when they talked about on the pod, Caleb being an experienced guy, like,
that's part of why
this is part of who he is.
That's honestly part of why, in my mind, I didn't even factor in, like we were just talking, I didn't really factor in the time change from driving from Tampa to Gulf Shores. But that's part of the reason why I was like, we got to leave at 7 because, like, I figured there was going to be some experience type things that we would maybe indulge a little bit on something or whatever. I don't know.
We stop at Buc-ee's.
Yeah, there's a Buc-ee's in
a homeless guy
between Pensacola and
become friends.
I think being like 2 adult males though, you can get somewhere quicker because it's like you're, when we're traveling with family, that's different. You won't have the same.
I think like to stop like on a reoccurring basis. It's like to go to the bathroom and like to walk around, especially if I'm driving. Like if I'm in control, what I don't like is when I'm not ready to stop and the kids are like, I gotta go. Yeah. I'm like, just stop.
I one time had food poisoning and I had to be driving from Tennessee with my Uncle Bernie and Aunt Cindy and all my cousins.
Yeah.
And I kept saying like, I'm going to die. I have to get out. I didn't say I was going to die, but I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. And he's like, yeah, we'll stop in a little while. I was like, oh my. Anyway. Yeah.
Gosh.
That's funny.
That was fun.
And
Sorry, another awkward bathroom story from Shelby.
Keep them coming, babe.
Oh man.
And then we kind of already talked through your Emmett Smith jersey. But the Brad's friend, is it Jeremiah or Jeremy?
Jeremy, I think.
Jeremy. That is on city council, I believe, in some small town. I forget what state.
I don't think he mentioned on purpose.
Oh, right? yeah, right. He didn't want to single them out because there's a mayor or a former mayor that wants to run against for this Jeremy's city council position that wore a wife beater. And as that story was developing, he was like, it was a black wife beater. Does that make it any better? And I was just like, no, I don't think it does.
I think it makes it a little better, but still a no.
Yeah.
Justice has been walking around the house in a wife beater lately. By the way, are we not supposed to be calling it a wife beater? It's not like it's like a but that's what they're called.
Hanes tank
top or whatever.
For wives everywhere.
Yeah, Shelby gave us the permission to call it that. So I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
Yeah, Dusty.
I'm just kidding.
Dusty yesterday was walking around and he was like, what was he saying about his pecs or something? You remember this?
I don't know.
You know what he was talking about?
I didn't hear.
He was just funny. He was joking, but he was walking around, his pajama pants on and a wife beater. Maybe it was a pair of shorts and a wife beater, and he's just
I
walking
did
around
see
a cool
him
guy.
Squeezing his muscles.
Yeah,
and stuff. Look at me.
He's been working out this summer at D1, doing some stuff. So
Go Justice. Yeah.
Oh, he's cool.
Yeah. And then there was the conversation about returning things.
Oh, but before that, wasn't it the same friend who said, "Hey, buddy"?
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
buddy?
I think that was Jeremy as well.
With the soft,
But
yeah.
I don't think he said exactly that same way.
No, not this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Buddy. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't
I was
really
just
do
gonna
it.
say that your good friend, best friend,
brother-in-law.
whatever, brother-in-law, whatever. Josh, I feel like when we were playing softball, at least a lot of times, I think he would say like, "What's going on, bud?" or like,
Yeah, he
"Buddy," or
uses that
something.
word a lot.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's like I don't know why, but I don't love that. It's not him at all. It's just like when anyone calls me buddy, like the tone's got to be perfect,
Oh,
or else
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I
Why
feel
are you
you.
calling me buddy?
Also, it's like, do
I
you know
call
my
kids
name?
buddy.
Yeah, I call Levi buddy all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
Yeah.
buddy. But that's obviously a different dynamic. It's like me
100%.
and my son versus like a friend or like an acquaintance or whatever.
There was a time that I didn't realize that I was doing this, but I would call Justice Bud or Buddy.
Yeah.
And then I would call Jubilee Baby.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
We usually do. They'll actually call me out if I accidentally call Justice Baby or call one of the girls buddy. They'll be like, "You did that wrong."
That's what I was gonna
because
say,
we
yeah.
use it so much.
Yeah.
but I call Jubilee Bud more often now. Like,
Oh, yeah?
More often, not regularly, but like
Yeah.
the first few times she'd be like, "I'm not Justice."
Now you guys
Every
are saying
now
that,
and then.
I'm trying to like think to myself, like, do I call it? Because I think maybe I do call Vera also like baby or something like that too.
Yeah.
Every now
It's
and
like
then
a
I will
subtle-
refer to other kids, which it's like, I don't know if that's like weird that I'm calling another kid that, but then also it makes it feel maybe less special that I call my own kids those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
But every now and then it's just like the comfort of like, I'm a mom and a kid comes up to me and it's like,
Yeah.
"You okay, babe? Do you need something?" And
I
Sorry
can
if that's
relate,
weird.
I can relate to that too because whenever like we've had a thing at our like a get together at our place and like I don't know like Augie like needs something or Wiley needs something or something like that and I'd be like, hey, I like in my head when I'm kind of thinking like how do I refer to them like
Yeah.
to soften it whatever. I think I have said like, hey buddy,
Yeah, I'll either say
yeah.
Bud or Bro.
yeah,
To another little
hey
little
bro,
guy. Hey, bro.
hey bro,
I
let's get some
actually
drinks.
call
Sorry.
Justice bro sometimes. And it's like,
Oh, yeah.
he's definitely not my bro. He's my child.
Yeah, I call him Bro a
I
lot,
call
too.
him bro sometimes. it comes
Well,
out.
because does he like
He's our
just
boy.
say it to you guys sometimes too, like say hey bro or something. No,
No.
he doesn't talk.
He gets too jokey
kidding.
with me often. And I'm like,
Bruh.
who do you think you're talking to?
Yeah,
Get the mic pointed more towards your mouth.
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like just like point it down a little bit more. Yeah, there you go, like that.
So for Dusty's top 5, which we can throw it over to him, he can do the top 5 times when he took it too far. But, just kidding. Just kidding.
All right, that sounds good. Justice.
Yeah,
Take
don't
it
do
away.
that. But yes, take it away, Dusty.
Dusty's Top 5.
Let's go.
What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Dusty's Top 5. Let's get into it. Number 5, we got the ad reads. They were so funny. There were a lot of funny ones. Number 4, we got when they were talking about how Catherine was like, "Where can I find the AI?" Well, I can tell you where you can find AI. So we got the jingle. It was really funny when my dad could not hit those high notes. And someone even commented on Ghostrunners Podcast, Caleb being on the pod should make Dusty's Top 5 or something. I responded, that's probably not going to happen, but him not hitting the high notes not being able to hit the high notes on that jingle would probably. It was really funny and a really funny jingle. And yeah, that was number 3. Number 2, we got the Down by the Bay part. So funny. 'Cause if I do, my mother will say, "Did you ever see Yoda sipping on a soda down by the bay?" That was mine. I also got some other ones. Oh. Did you ever sing a song wearing some thongs down by the bay? Those are flip-flops. In Australia. Rhymes. For my first favorite, we got the Schmores of Gene Shorts comedy videos. Gene Shorts comedy is so great. I love Gene Shorts comedy. There's like nothing better. And that's why we're going to do our own Schmores of Gene Shorts comedy videos. So, why don't I bring in, as always, my decorations. I forgot my decorations. I forgot my Pops, my little Shire thing, and my Grimace. My Grimace. Anyways, time to bring in the real hero. Or not hero, just person. There we go, Jubilee, and my hairstyle changed. Look kind of different without it. Yeesh, once I cut my hair, I'm gonna be cutting it in 2 months. By my choice. Anyways, we'll go into it later. We're gonna be doing Schmores, Jean Shorts comedy videos. I love Jean Shorts comedy videos. I'm gonna go first. My first pick, number 1 favorite Jean Shorts comedy video, Sheltered Kid at a Party. Woo! It's my favorite.
That
I
one's
love
hilarious.
the Sheltered Kid videos.
Movie cliches. It's hilarious.
My dad was talking so many times about movie cliches was going to be his first pick. Then he never got it. He went with Passive Aggressive Prayer. My next pick, Sheltered Kid on Halloween. Your next pick.
Maybe the 4th of July one.
Oh, 4th of July one. Okay. Pick is going to be Woke Mom. Just one of the best ones.
What does the dog say?
Bow wow. What does
Yes.
the fox say? Bias misinformation. I watch Fox. Okay.
Okay. Sheltered Kid College.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
So
I
funny.
love it when he's
In the bathroom.
he's reading his Bible.
Yeah. He's reading his Bible.
Is a series, I think. It's like every family member at Easter, or every family member at Christmas, or every family member at Thanksgiving. Like those ones. Or it has like the gossiping aunts, and then we've got the grandpa, and then the sheltered cousin.
Grandpa who always does the long praying. And then ends with one that's like
Oh, boogity, 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 amen. It's from a Dude Perfect video.
It's hilarious.
It's not from Jean Shorts, Dude.
I know.
Getting off track.
I know.
All right,
but
what's
it's
your last pick?
hilarious.
What's your last pick? I think this is gonna be
Sheltered Kid Christmas.
Dag Nav.
With the
Flair.
Skillet concert.
To our honorable mentions. The Chiefs Super Bowl ones. Those ones were. I don't even know why they weren't on my list, but I don't know. Every teacher. The creepy teacher who's like, hey, Ashlyn, I like your pool. Hey Ashlyn, I hope your mom's at the parent teacher conference. Know what I'm saying? It's so funny.
Bridesmaids versus Groomsmen video.
Oh my gosh, no! This is literally should have been. Oh, I don't even know if this counts anymore. If it counts, thank God. But if it doesn't count, it doesn't matter. But if this counts, my fourth, whatever the one with the family at Christmas, family at Thanksgiving, that's out of there. Putting in Chick-fil-A addict. Oh, Chick-fil-A.
Oh
addict.
yeah.
When he's on the ground. And Brad's trying to get him to say you're welcome, but he keeps saying my pleasure.
That at Chick-fil-A. Okay, so the workers at Chick-fil-A, one time we went to Chick-fil-A with our grandma, and we said thank you, and then the lady came and said my pleasure, and then we said thank you again, and then another lady came and said my pleasure. They kept saying my pleasure.
There, that has been Dusty's Top 5 with Schmores of Jubilee.
It's
I mean,
always
not
great.
S'mores of Jubilee, S'mores with Jubilee.
It's always great to be on the show. I know it's like Jubilee's the best, and like my brother's the worst.
And that has been it for Dusty's Top 5.
Episode 461.
Yeah.
We kick it off immediately with the guys kind of grilling Caleb, a little hazing to say, "Oh, you got something to say, huh? You got something to relate." And is it Jake that, or Brad that mentions like Cheez-Its?
I think it's Brad.
Brad, yeah. He says Cheez-Its, and you're immediately like, yeah, reduced fat Cheez-Its. And then the shoelaces, that took down like a lovely like spin down where Brad, we were just, and I think the Ghosties, like people that we've interviewed, group chat, Maddie said that she was like, it caught her off guard when Brad just kind of like nonchalantly in passing was like, I look sexy in blue.
Brown. In brown.
I thought he was saying brown.
He was saying in brown shoes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Like she was like, that caught her off guard. That made me laugh. But no, I think you did a great job, like on the spot. And
because that's my real life. And that's part of, we talked a lot while I was there about like your top 5 strengths, like the Strengths Finders test. And some of my top 5 are like positivity, connectedness. And so there's something, it's like in me that can connect easily with things. So I think that's one of the things that makes it easy to find those threads that connect. So when he's like Cheez-Its, I immediately can think of the last time that came up. It was just a couple of days prior than that.
Yeah.
When somebody's talking about reduced fat Cheez-Its. And then shoelaces. And like a few days prior to that, I was just thinking about my shoelaces. Like I said, so they probably could have said like anything, and I probably would have found like a way to.
That's confidence right there. Also, I feel like
how about you do it to me right now? After you finish your thought first.
I was just going to say, I feel like that skill that it seems apparent that you have, guaranteed is underutilized. Like you probably could use it in some other way.
Ah, yeah.
I don't know what. But.
True. How about each of you do it? Each of you throw like a random noun at me, and let's see if I can. It's probably not going to work.
Tweezers.
Okay, I was just using tweezers the other day, but
that one's
Let's
easier.
move along.
Yeah.
that's just too easy. Like, yeah, I just used that the other day.
I used
Pumpkin
them.
spice.
Pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good. What's tough about that one is that it's seasonal, and like we're not there yet seasonally.
Yeah.
So like my pumpkin spice stuff would be like from last year, but it's like
Well-
Trey Kennedy pumpkin spice fall videos. But yeah, that's not really good.
I did it.
Try one more. You stumped me. Corey stumped me. You
No,
try
that's
one
not.
more.
That's feedback on pumpkin spice right there. It's like we're not there yet. It's hot.
Yeah.
Like,
Shut
but
the up about pumpkin spice.
no,
I can't get it yet, man.
I'm so excited for fall, even though like
Me
it's
too.
hard to think about fall when it's so hot. Like I can't decorate for fall when it's this hot, but I
looking
can't
forward
wait
to,
for it. It's my favorite when you just feel that little bit of chill in the air, you know?
Oh yeah.
Gilmore Girls.
And I
Yeah.
can't do pumpkin until I feel that chill in the air a little bit.
Yeah.
But all it takes
Yeah.
is like a little whisper on the wind. And it's like,
whisper
there it
in
is.
the-
I feel you. It's time for the pumpkin.
Well, dang it, Corey, you stumped me. I'm proud of you, brother.
There's a funny like fall thing. You guys won't get this probably, but there's an old video game that I used to play. I've even played it like recently, but called Skyrim.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And there's like a computer character that like you'll be walking by or whatever, and he'll be like, There's a nip in the air. The cold can't be good for my crops. And I just always think of that when I think about the weather changing. Just stupid, like
There's a nip in the air.
yeah, unrelatable for you. Probably those Dungeons and Dragons guys in the chat. They're like,
dude.
yeah, man, rock and roll.
Yeah.
No, so the improv song, I think we talked about this a little bit with Hannah Warner, but 100% enjoyed that. That was a beautiful part of the beginning of the podcast too.
Wait, the Johnny Cash jingle that Brad did, or
No.
the improv Down by the Bay?
Yeah, Down by the
by the Bay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, by the way, I thought of something. Dun, 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 dun. Jake could have said this. Dun, 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 dun. Did you ever eat a watermelon while driving to see Ellen down by the bay? There it is. There was the. I thought about it. I've had plenty of time to think about it. That's what.
I'm excited about the
Which is
opportunity.
the opposite of improv.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good
But I just
point.
thought it was like that would have been good. That would have been funny.
I am excited to like potentially play that because I feel like that does require you to think on your toes.
Yeah.
But I want to like come prepared with if I'm the giver, like at least some things, you know. So I'm not like
Let's
saying
do it.
watermelon or
Because
grandpa.
I'm not good at improv. I'm like,
Can you-
I'm very much like a freeze on the spot kind of
But
person.
can he give you something and then you finish the rhyme?
Maybe I'm just terrible at being on the spot in general. Like there might be something that I would normally be great at, but like when you put me on the spot, I'm like, what? Deer in the headlights.
Okay.
So I don't know, but let's try it.
Let's try
hey,
it. Ready?
Hey, humility show here.
Humility show.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm
I'll
like
do the
staring
thing.
up into space thinking what I'm going to say because I haven't thought of any of them.
And then you say, did you ever?
Yeah.
See a bug.
You don't
sitting
even
on a
necessarily
rug.
need to like do the whole song.
whole thing, yeah.
There's a couple times during the episode where I'm like, we're spending a lot of time doing the
I'll just do the last part.
They were being funny
I know.
like through the singing of
And
it
trying to
each
give you time to
so
think
it was
about
like,
it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just do the last part of the song. The da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na.
Did you ever see a coat?
Riding on a boat.
Down by the bay. Okay. Did you ever see a coat riding on a boat?
Just by itself.
Yep. It was just
Hey,
hanging there.
I tried to think an easier one where I knew there was some.
Hey, you did good.
Yeah.
Let's reverse it now. Okay, ready?
Oh boy, here we go.
Da-na-na-na,
Oh, gosh, I don't even-
da-na-na-na.
Did you ever see some art?
Well, letting out a fart.
Down by the bay.
Thank you for not saying Grandpa well
Let's rhyme with uranium. Okay.
known.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
And sorry, Jake. Love you, man.
And so, moving on from that, Jake was recounting the pickleball event in New York and was talking about the guy. I think it was sponsored by Dink or
Yeah, Dink.
something like that.
What is
magazine.
Dink?
I don't know.
It was like a, I think
Sounds
it
like
was
a pickleball company or
pickleball
organization
magazine or
or
something.
yeah, newsletter.
Newsletter,
He said,
okay.
yeah.
I
You were
just-
there. You should know.
I just always think of the double income, no kids. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah,
Dink.
Oh, I never heard that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
Can't
what's
relate.
dork?
Yeah.
I guess I
for?
could relate
I'm
at one
just
point. Was I a dink at one point? No, but yeah, he was talking about how the guy was like felt like he was pushing Buick, and then they showed the Buick commercial. I don't remember that commercial. I don't know how long ago that was, but
Yeah.
but
When I saw it, I thought maybe I did, but I don't know. I could
Is
just
it-
be making that up?
isn't Buick the Matthew McConaughey? Isn't he connected with that one, or is that a different one?
I don't remember.
Oh, I can't remember.
Well, yeah, where he's just like in the car and he's like, I don't
He's
know
sitting
exactly.
there and
What
he's like
yeah.
looking in the distance.
It's,
while he's- you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what
Yeah.
you're talking about, but I don't
It's just
remember what kind of car it is.
typical like what you'd expect Matthew McConaughey.
So
to be
good.
like.
I'm
Yeah.
so bad with remembering cars. Like I don't even know like what my friends drive or
Yeah.
I
you
just
know,
saw
I
it
just
like
don't think about
literally today. I saw a clip of Matthew McConaughey. It was an old clip on the John Delaney show, and the two of them were
Okay.
talking about when his book Green Lights came out a couple years ago. So anyway,
Random, yeah.
there you go, connection.
Okay, and then the Good Ranchers ad. I was
Okay.
dying laughing. I also
Go
love
ahead.
you were fixing the camera after you realized what was happening. But it was good. You did a good job. Like after that moment of like, oh shoot, like I gotta
get Brad off the camera.
Yeah. But it was still kind of funny to see him do it a couple times
Right.
too, where he was just like getting in like, oh. You know?
Well, it's also kind of like the moment where he was doing the ad for, was it Cozy Earth ad, where he puts his foot up on the table?
Oh yeah,
And
he's done that
like-
a few times in the last like few episodes this morning.
Oh,
And I was kind
speaking
of
of,
late to
Banged
switch
on
the
the table.
camera angle
Oh,
too.
is this the episode, or are these episodes, or was it the one the previous week where it's like a tight or like
Where he
a
gets a
spasm or
cramp?
something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it with you?
Yeah, where he puts his leg.
Maybe
up
it was the
and he's
first
like,
one, the first episode.
I think it was
yeah,
in
yeah.
the first episode when
Yeah.
he's doing the cozy earth.
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'd read.
He handled that real well because I mean there are moments when something is like pulled and I'm just like, oh god, I gotta rectify this as soon as
remember,
Or
possible.
like the Charlie horse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
afterwards he was like asking us if we could relate. He's like, "Has that ever happened to you guys?" And Jake was like, "I don't think so." Like, he's like, "Oh, I guess it's just me." And I was like, "I can't really remember right now,
Oh, yeah.
but I think it has." I don't know.
Yeah, no, and that's like
happens to
a
me too, yeah.
serious pregnancy thing. It actually, I think it's related to being dehydrated, getting like Charlie horses and stuff.
And we had just had coffee.
Not
That
always,
makes
but
sense.
yeah, it for sure is. Yeah.
Yeah, it can affect that.
Also, I remember like, dude, I got so sweaty. Like, I remember getting up after like 3 or 4 hours or whatever in that chair, and just like it's like a leather chair, just being like, oh man, I'm like, I got a lot of back sweat going on. And
Time, and that's something to look forward to.
I was gonna say, too,
I was just thinking it should be like a not a leather chair.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
talking about the camera angles switching that my kids and I, one of our favorite things was Caleb switching the camera to himself. Like, he's trying to say something and then realizing like, oh, it's not my time to say something, and then switching it back. We were cracking up at those moments.
It happened at least like 5 times. And one of the times it was an accident. Like I meant to go to Brad, but it accidentally went to me. But most of the times it was like I was about to chime in and then like they kept going and I was like, oh.
Yeah, like I was thinking like, oh, he should just wait until like he started saying something, but you'd have to.
Yeah,
that seems like it'd be hard to think about in the moment. So
well, that's like an editing technique too for like film and TV shows and movies where you hear someone talking or like the scene changes audio and then changes picture. So like it's still sitting on like the coffee shop and then you hear the conversation happening and then it switches to the library where the conversation's happening.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's a good technique anyway. So yeah, in hindsight, I should have done that.
Yeah, hindsight. Good. You live and learn.
Hindsight.
It's
Next
good.
time.
And again, the flubs we enjoy. Made us laugh.
Flubs. Yeah. And it was just really funny when he was imitating Timon and Trump and then in between he's like, Timon, you grew a beard, man.
Yeah. And I think Jake's like,
with the Amish.
do they go to the same car? Like, how did they both get here?
Oh, yeah. And then he's like, yeah, Trump's going to
wherever in Ohio or whatever he's at.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. And then the part that enjoyed the most the big
part of the episode.
Yeah. When they were like, oh, we're going to do s'mores of jean shorts, I was like, that's the whole episode. That's the rest of the episode. Like, it's got to be. And then we started like Nathan was like putting the clips in or whatever. But I wrote down all of them. I know it was probably already in Facebook by the time I was looking at it, but I was like, I want to go watch these immediately after because I haven't seen some of them. Kind of similar to what you're saying, like the algorithm kind of keeps pushing the same ones. And so, yeah, we enjoyed, I mean, I paused it there. I finished the episode this morning myself, but we watched all of these. It was hilarious. I really love, I think passive aggressive prayers is
top tier.
Yeah, it's top tier. It's just a short too. It's not, I think like an actual, like a normal. Like
it's just like a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also a YouTube short. Right. At least the one I saw it was.
You should watch the full one if you haven't seen the full one.
I know. It's
because a lot of these Gene Shorts videos are like several minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the passive aggressive prayer is like a shorter one.
Yeah.
But what I really like, what I'm proud of about this, like this is the one thing that I'm proud of on the episode. Like the one thing that I actually brought on purpose.
Yeah.
It was like,
you asked him to do this one?
Yes. Okay. Like weeks in advance, I had this idea. I was like, I should think of a good s'mores to do because I can't remember which episode I heard them talking that they mentioned, oh yeah, this person said we should do these s'mores. And then I got the idea like, oh, you mean like we could come up with the s'mores?
Yeah.
So then I was like, what should it be? And then it was just like when I thought of the Gene Shorts s'mores.
Yeah.
Not only would it be fun to just talk about Gene Shorts comedy videos, but, and I told this to Brad, I was like, it was like my Trojan horse to get some behind the scenes stuff about Gene Shorts.
Oh, okay.
Because I love behind the scenes stuff. Like growing up watching DVDs and stuff, I love that bonus content disc. So I love hearing the behind the scenes stories and I just wanted to get some of that. And so like this was the best of both worlds to like talk about Gene Shorts, but then also I knew every one that we mentioned, they might have like a little story or something and they did not disappoint. The guys like lit it up with all the little stories. It was perfect.
And it's a win-win for them too because I'm sure I'm not the only one that was like, I'm going to go watch these. But they're getting ad revenue from it.
And also, I was like, I pulled up a couple today to watch, and I was like commenting on them and liking them and stuff. And I was like, yeah, let's just like reinvigorate these Gene Shorts videos. Like just like pump some fresh life into them, get them going again maybe.
Yeah.
Because
they're also doing that like short something for some ad.
Oh, for the Hulu.
Right. For Hulu. Yeah. Or they were maybe doing it.
Yeah, it's definite, I think.
Okay.
It's definite, I think.
Yeah. Should I be saying
100%. Yeah. I'm like 80%
I'm
sure.
90% sure that it's a definite thing.
Yeah. No, but it was a great time. Very enjoyable. I think the only other thing that I had wrote down notes for was the greeting from afar. Like, what's the appropriate distance to be? I think it was funny when Jake's like, hey man, how's it going? And they're like doing the hugs or whatever. And then they start talking about dapping up and like, I don't remember which, I think it was Jeremy again. It was like, sup, dog? And I kind of think I thought about Josh a little bit there too. I don't think Josh like does like does this like thing, but he will like kind of come up with a little bit of a character. I think when he's like saying "What's up, dog?"
Yeah,
you know, whatever.
dude.
Yeah. But I also when you were talking about like dapping up, I was just like, I don't have enough scenarios to do that yet in my life, so I probably should like practice that or something before I get into scenarios where we need to dap up.
Yeah.
I'm sure you get practice with Justice. I'm sure.
I was going to say not about dapping up because I don't really even understand what that is exactly, but like
dap.
that specific thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, but greetings and hugging in general,
yeah.
that could be another humility show talent for me. I am the worst hugger, high fiver. Like, I feel like I never hug someone that I don't like hit them in the face with my shoulder or like, I'm either
like a clumsy hugger
I'm
or
like,
something.
I'm clumsy. My depth perception is off. This
sorry, I
probably
didn't mean
goes
to kiss
right
you.
along
I can be
with
that
the
way too.
parking. It's like, I'm either like way too close or I'm like trying so hard to not hit someone that it ends up being like a slow motion hug. Has anybody ever done that where it's like,
Yeah. The other person's like, I'm already done.
I'm sorry, I'm done. And then, so I usually like, I avoid hugging, not because I'm not friendly, but because I'm like,
Right.
I'm going to shoulder you in the face. I'm going to elbow you in the gut.
I do
I'm
feel
going to
like-
step on your toes with my big feet.
Coming from youth group space, we didn't really get a lot of practice. Our practice was like,
Awkward side hugs.
Oh my gosh, do you remember the hand hug from youth group?
no.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you just hug like the thumbs. Oh, yes, I do remember that.
That was a Lee Moyer
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
6 feet.
Sorry, one of our
guys, 6
friends.
feet.
Shoot.
from back in
But
the
no,
day.
I appreciated when I met Catherine. I didn't even think about
You
it.
dapped her up.
No,
So,
like
cat.
because especially like in Christian circles and stuff, I think there's a lot of like just hugging first sometimes.
Yeah.
And I appreciated like right when I met Catherine, she just like threw it right out for the handshake, and I was like, nice, I like it. Just like
She did?
yeah.
You're saying? Oh, yeah.
And like speaking of just like the greeting from afar, it was like the perfect distance. I mean, like it was a 10 out of 10 greeting moment. And it was like just, hey, so nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Catherine was so cool too. Like that was a highlight, getting to know Catherine as well. Like just again, because we all do the same kind of homeschooling and stuff, and just hearing some funny homeschooling stories. And she's going to be a tutor at their classical conversations community this year, which Shelby's been doing that for a couple years too. So just like, it was just nice hearing her stories too. Like I asked them, again, I'm not like well versed in the early days of the Ghostrunners podcast. So I just asked them like how they met, like what's their story kind of a thing. And the way she told it was hilarious. And so I mean, everybody else probably already knows it and stuff, but yeah, it was just a great time and really appreciated being able to go. By the way, like I didn't like get invited. Like Brad didn't come out and be like, hey, we really love Ghosties on Second, so will you come be on the pod? It wasn't like that at all.
Yeah.
It was when I heard that Timon was going to be out for a couple months, and then they were talking about like doing some guest producer things. I just kind of like shot my shot. I was like,
strike while the iron's hot.
yeah, I was like, dude, this is an idea. What do you think?
Yeah.
And then they got back to me and they're like,
Also, you paid
Let's
your
do
own
it.
way.
Yeah, I
and
was
you
gonna say
showed
that
up.
too.
You weren't like,
yeah.
house me, feed me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wine and
Yeah,
dine.
I got my own flight, my own hotel and stuff. Although Brad was so cool. They were like, originally he was like, dude, yeah, just stay in the basement and stuff. And then the basement got flooded recently and stuff. So I was like,
you're like, bro, no problem. I have 10 billion points. So, Diamond
that
Elite.
hotel thing in the bag, bro.
Kendra, because you helped get us like free stay both ways, on the trip, and Kendra's like, how does he have all the points? And I'm like, I think you get points from like signing people up for credit cards and stuff like that, or like,
Not that.
or other things.
It's like you can get them from signing people up
just for the
rewards program.
Yeah,
And there's also, we do like incentives at the hotel too.
okay.
Like if you get mentioned positively in a guest review,
Right.
or different
And
things
then I was
that.
just like, it's also
I've
like,
been accumulating them for a long time.
yeah, I was supposed to say, like you said, you just covered with in Hannah.
And I don't have an
14.
unlimited amount. I don't, it's like obviously I have a certain amount, but whenever I like offer to do it, like that's what I'm offering.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't always do it, and sometimes the point amount is too many, or sometimes like the points are blocked out or whatever. So
Sure.
but when I can, I do.
Yeah, we love it.
For my
Appreciate
bro,
it.
dap it up.
Yeah.
Clean dap, baby.
That was a good one.
Kind of like Shelby with a hug.
My name gets to be like an insult now. Like, I just Shelby'd that. Yeah.
No, and it's just like, I can't really do much. So like, that's one thing that I do. It's like a resource that I can be generous
You
with
do
sometimes.
so much. He does more than he realizes.
What do I do? I think like I could help with like handyman stuff. If
Dude,
really
you got all the fireworks this year at 4th of July?
Oh yeah.
Like a boss?
Yeah. We call Cory
You got
around our house, we call him money bags.
Yeah, Moneybags Jenkins, baby.
I think Tyler
We
would also
don't.
joke. We
don't
were,
really.
I know. You guys are giving me a hard time.
Corey will end up
Cory's
paying
the
for
poorest
this.
one.
Just,
I'm just kidding.
He'll pay.
Hey, Corey bought these nice arms for the
But
microphones.
you bought everything else, so
That's true.
the battles, everything.
But Moneybags Jenkins, tell the story. Where did that come from?
I don't think I know.
Moneybags Jenkins. You don't remember this?
No.
Senior year of high school, Corey and I were like buddied up that all the senior class every Wednesday had to do bake sale.
Oh,
And so we'd be doing bake sale on whatever our week was. And then there were the elementary kids, because we went to a K through 12 Christian school. The elementary classes would come through, and there was this one kid that we called Moneybags Jenkins, because he'd always come up and he had like 10 singles. And he'd be like, I want this, I want this.
yeah, he's buying everything.
And he wasn't a chubby kid. I mean,
forgot
he was
about the
buying
bake
all these
sale.
sweets, but he was a little skinny guy.
Yeah, working out.
Get that metabolism going.
Yeah.
He's probably buying them for all his friends.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's what Justice.
Parents like, why is this costing so much?
Our kids at school, like their friends would get them candy and popsicles and stuff. and it's like,
Man.
come on, we're packing them healthy lunches, and then their friends. It'd be the worst when they get home from school and their lunchbox still has like
Everything
half of their healthy lunch in
yeah.
it, but because they had like a Rice Krispie and an Airhead or something, it's like,
And there are always those kids that like don't eat their food in their lunch and give you stuff that you like. Do you remember? Did you ever
Yeah.
have that situation?
Oh, yeah.
I had it. This is
was a
gross
fat
to me
kid.
now
What do you
because now I cannot even eat them. But when I was in the 6th grade, there was a girl in my class that always had a can of Vienna sausages.
oh my gosh, that
And
sounds
she would
gross.
give them to me every
When I was a little
day.
kid, I liked those.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved them, and I
Canned
like.
asparagus too when I was a little kid.
I was eating that for
Would
breakfast
never
like
eat
every
that stuff.
morning.
Yeah.
No.
You know what? I actually really liked into elementary years the taste. It was kind of like applesauce, banana baby food.
Oh,
Banana
Amber used to
baby
eat
food.
baby
I was
food
about
all
to
the
say,
time.
Out of a little,
I knew you were gonna bring that up.
yeah.
Oh, did you
aware of that.
know that
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Amber?
I did.
I forgot
Oh,
about
that's
that.
so
yeah.
funny. Yeah, she would do it in high school. She'd
Yeah,
eat
yeah.
baby
That's
food.
what that was my where I knew it. Yeah.
Shoot, man. Well, gosh, I think it's time to cut it off. I mean, it's kind of
Yeah.
getting late, and we had a good time. I'm sure I have more things to say that I didn't say about the
Yeah.
experience, but
Over time.
You can
it'll
share
come
those
up.
things over time.
Oh, yeah, it was a good
great.
time.
I have a question for you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put you on the spot here. Now that we're staying for both sessions, how is that gonna work next week? We're next week. How are we gonna when? How?
Don't
Are we
know
just kinda
when.
taking a break, like probably a week.
no, we'll have an episode out next week. It's gonna be some kind of ghosty getaway special.
Okay.
So we'll figure it out. I don't know how long it'll be. Maybe it'll just be a flat, like a sharp hour. Maybe it'll be freaking 3 hours. I don't know. Sorry. We're gonna have something for you guys next week. It'll probably drop on Friday, maybe Thursday, but it'll probably drop on Friday. And then we're gonna try to get some hanging with episodes recorded while we're there with some people,
Okay.
just to kind of get in the bag.
We're listening to Ghostrunners episodes while we're on the Ghosty Getaway.
Oh man.
But even
You
if
can
you're
cut-
not
What I mean is-
necessarily debriefing
No,
the
yeah,
pod, you can
exactly.
talk about what's happening.
We're
with
just putting out
Ghostrunners.
content.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
we'll have content next week.
Yeah, because next week's pod won't be from the Ghostrunners Getaway. It'll be from this week, recorded or whatever. That's where I was just like logistically like,
We'll figure it out, and then what we'll
consuming
probably
too much
do
Ghostrunners.
as well. Yeah,
Putting it out.
Ghostrunners Pod
No
section.
such thing.
Yeah.
I think maybe what we can
dare
do
you.
on the car ride home
Yeah.
is we can set the iPhone up, like mount it up, and then
Yeah.
you and I can like record. We can actually do a debrief on the
the
episode
car?
on the ride home. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have
hope
some
we do.
fun. I don't
Yeah.
know what's in store. We don't know what it's gonna look like. And the
Yeah.
priority at Getaway is to enjoy being there and being present.
Yeah.
The priority is not
Record stuff.
us doing ghosties on second stuff. So we're gonna have a good time. I also realized when I was getting ready tonight that I forgot to bring my ghosties on second t-shirt. Like,
Oh yeah, I had
you
mine in
know
my
what?
book bag. I was gonna.
We're all just being ourselves tonight.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. All right. Well, hey, that has been episode 19. Episode 20 next week.
Yeah. On the road.
Not live. Whoa. On the road in Gulfshores, Alabama. And maybe we're going to Riverside Shelby into it if we can figure that out. So, hey.
If I can work a computer without my husband's help.
Beep, boop, boop, beep.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell one story. Dang it, what the story I was going to tell? I mentioned on the pod, like somehow when we were talking about Gene Schwartz videos and the movie cliches one came up, and they mentioned how somebody had gifted the moment where Rachel's standing there and she goes, "He's right behind me, isn't he?"
Yeah,
and
they showed it on screen.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, that was probably Maddie Dieterle. Maddie corrected me. It was actually Timon who made that gif.
Oh.
And this was in the days before Maddie knew how to gif. And she actually reached out to Timon
Because
and
of that
Timon taught her
Oh yeah.
how to
She
gif.
told us that. I remember that.
Yeah, I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
So that's a cool little. There's a
awesome.
Maddie Dieterle
Little
GIF
background
origin
story.
story. Yeah. So my
She's
bad.
so
Props to Timon.
multi-talented.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hey, ghosties. Much love, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Peace.
Ghosties on second.